It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I can't wear headphones and hear myself at the same time. But welcome to all our friends in LA, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and everywhere else that you can see us. You can't see me today because all the cameras are being used. But today's show, I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to want to miss this.
Today's show you certainly don't want to miss.
You don't want to miss today's show.
And I got to tell you, we got a crew. And all I can say is Matthew. Because Matthew is our crew of the day. You guys are missing a phenomenal show.
Phenomenal. And Matthew is setting up a different camera and all that. You have to let me know when you're ready, Matthew. Now, we have a special treat here because in the house we have
John Babcock with us.
Yes.
He's doing a Beatles, Paul McCartney tribute. We've got JoJo in the house. Welcome back, JoJo.
Hello there.
We got Mama Ali in the house.
Hey, yay.
Now, Mama Ali doesn't even need a microphone because you can hear her.
I don't need a microphone. I speak very loud.
So if you are all over the world, as Freddie says, you can hear Mama Ali everywhere you go right now. We got lots going on. Jen G is my co-host because Freddie's running old school on the board over here.
Yes, I am. I'm doing old school, and I'm going to tell you something. I don't remember how to do this. Just saying.
You just learned it, but I have to say big congratulations to you, Freddie, and to Gio and Sabrina.
Congrats.
Congratulations on baby Joey.
How cute
Baby
is
Joey,
that
yes.
kid?
Oh my gosh.
7 pounds and 21 inches.
Beautiful
Wow.
baby.
721.
He's adorable. I saw the pictures. Oh my gosh, so cute.
I called my son this
baby.
morning. I said, "Are you ready to do the second one?" No, thank you, Dad.
She's still in the hospital, I'm assuming?
Yes, she's still in the
But you never know. Nowadays,
They send you right out.
You got to go.
They do. They send you out fast.
How's
right
baby doing?
I hear that he's doing very well.
How's it feel, Grandpa?
It feels like yesterday, except an artery hardened. Other than that, we're good to go.
Listen, I'm not ready to go there with you. I go there enough with my parents. I am so not ready to be like in that sandwich squishy foot. Yeah, not happening now.
I wanted to ask, what nicknames would you have if you were a grandmother?
A grandmother?
Yeah, what nickname?
If I was a grandmother,
In other words, you became
My
a grandma.
grandkids call me Major Pain, so
Major Pain.
Major Pain is
How do
your
you like
name?
that?
Are you serious?
I swear to God. Because I came home one day and I heard, I was coming in the house and all the kids were putting the little kids to bed. And they said, if Major Payne were here, you'd be in the bed. And I goes, who's Major Payne? He says, Mom, we've been calling you that for years.
Really?
I said,
And you never knew.
Where did you get that from? But there was a movie called Major Payne. Look at it and you'll see.
That's hilarious.
Did you watch it?
I did. I didn't know it was that mean.
So your nickname is Major Pain.
My name is Major Payne. All my kids call me Major Payne.
How you like that?
All my grandkids.
Well, you can be called anything you want, but
I claim it because I don't take no stuff from nobody. So they'll play tricks on you, the father and the mother. They don't play it on me, and they just know it. I have never had to punish them for anything because they just don't want to take the
She's
chance.
Major Pain.
They run. They run.
Mama Ali on the center.
I'll say, who's making all that noise? And they'll stop right in the middle of a cry. Stop.
You must have taught Muhammad everything, because you was a fighter from everywhere.
Just about.
Unbelievable.
It was fun though.
It was fun. She's hanging out with us for the 2 hours. Jen G,
2 hours.
V Card. She's hanging with us too.
And Jen, if you were a grandmother, what would they call you?
Oh,
Can you imagine Jen or Grandma?
A lot of people call people Nana.
no,
Yes.
that's not
You ever
happening.
heard that?
Nana,
A lot of young grandmothers don't like to be called grandmother.
I like glamour.
What do you call
Glamour.
Glamour?
Grandma.
Like
Glamour.
glamour.
Like glamour.
They go,
Glamour.
how about granny? No.
No,
Granny?
Granny.
No, Granny?
No.
What would
look
they
too
call
young
you,
to be a
Jen?
granny.
No, but you know what I like about doing
Jen.
this?
Jen.
That's right.
Jen.
But your kids, your grandkids aren't going to call you Jen.
Yeah, they are. That's gonna happen.
And don't-
I insist they call Mike Grandpa. Or Poppy.
Poppy or
Grandpas,
Papa.
or
Yeah.
Pop. But
All my
I'll be
grandkids call
Jen.
Muhammad Ali Poppy. They call
Jen
him
and
Poppy.
Papa.
Jen and Poppy, right? But because it would. Every time somebody called him Grandpa, he would have a twitch. So that would be fun for me.
And there you have
Hey,
it.
wait a minute, Dawn. You ain't going to get by. What do they call you? Because I heard your son,
Jen.
Aaron. Cute. Very cute.
Gen G, if you want to really be
Gen G.
specific. Gen G, it works all the way around.
Hold on, I know a Gingy. He's one of my writers.
or Gingy,
He's
there you go.
handsome. Yeah.
Gingy, Gengy. Mama looks at me, she goes, "You're Dawn, right?" I says, "Yeah." She goes, "You're Dawn from Thursday night?" I says, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, you look a whole lot younger."
Really?
I said, "Yeah, my makeup's a whole lot better at 12 o'clock in the afternoon than at 9 o'clock at night."
I didn't even know who she was.
Really?
I thought she was a younger woman.
you
trying
wanna
ask
say
me
that in
where I was
public?
going. I'm gonna
Mama
say
Ali.
I'm going to say it in public. Because
You wanna do-
I didn't know who she was. I said, "Is that Dawn?" She's kind of young.
I love this lady. This
Now, I
lady
gotta tell
can
you.
stay always.
I got to tell you what amazed me.
Gorgeous. I think it's the dress.
Thank
maybe.
you.
But you look gorgeous.
Thank you, Mama.
Boy, you
What
look-
amazed me is she said to me when I met her after a year layoff,
Yeah.
"Hi, Freddie." I said, "Holy
Yeah,
smokes."
Freddie.
I said, "How the hell does she remember my name?"
Yep. You look like a Freddie. That's
Is
why.
that what it is?
You look like a Freddie.
He owed you money, didn't he?
It was
The
easy.
craziest thing was last week we were here promoting an event for Eco Trail Trekker.
You're right.
Oh, yes.
Paul Collins was here and Lindsay Martinez, and we were talking about the Brain Bowl, which is April 12th, which we will be at, and Mary Lou Henner will be joining us on set April 11th.
I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. She's the keynote speaker for the Brain Bowl. And we were talking to Paul about the Brain Bowl, and he says, "Oh, I know Mama Ali." And we said, "You do?" And he says, "Yes, from the 70s. I met Muhammad and this whole thing. I haven't seen her in so many years."
And he
we
looked
walk
the
into
same.
WNN
Yeah.
2 hours later, and who walks in but Mama Ali?
That's
amazing.
that was
Back in
weird.
Boca
I
Shop.
haven't
was.
seen that man in well over 20-something years.
And then
He
who
looked
walks in
the
30
same.
minutes later was him.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't
then he
believe it.
walks in.
He just didn't have any hair. But he had a lot of hair. I met him the last time.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, beautiful. Had beautiful
And
hair.
it's funny because we were just talking about you on set, right?
You
2 hours
conjured me
later,
up. Yes.
she walks into WNN.
See, that's the universe going.
Yes,
That's
that's
right.
something. It
That's
means
right. To
it
be
dots the
together.
eyes. You
Yeah.
do look like a famous person.
This
Yes.
guy, we have an actor on the set. I swear to
do.
God, I know this kid for
I swear to God, I saw him at the Oscars.
found me out.
He was at the Oscars just last week.
And if we're going to conjure up the universe, Jen,
Yeah.
$1 million, Lotto, 673, 673 million. Can you do that?
Yeah, I know.
Impress
right
me.
on that.
I'll change that. It's $1 billion now. It's not billion anymore.
Right.
Just get on to the billions. And we've got JoJo with us. JoJo, you brought John Babcock with you.
I did. John, I had the pleasure of meeting him up at Jake's Crab Shack. We get our entertainers from Andrea from Stargram, so if anybody needs a great entertainer, you can always reach out to me.
Good.
But John is fabulous. He looks like Paul McCartney,
That's
a
what
younger
I thought
one,
he
right?
was. I thought
Sounds like him, and he also, which his originals are fabulous. He's got an album coming out, Welcome to My World, which we'll hear some of those, right?
Well, Spotify, you can hear it on there too.
Spotify.
Am I going to hear it here?
We'll be singing some of the originals.
But what
Yes.
we're promoting is his album.
Yep.
This
And
is
your
awesome.
album, what's the name
Welcome
of
to
the
My
album?
World.
Welcome to My World.
Incredible.
Now this guy's a rookie. He's only been doing this 40 years.
I know. He's a beginner.
And I didn't tell you,
was
I
born
have
to
a
be a
few
star.
Paul McCartney stories to share. But my goodness, we heard you in warm-ups. You are pretty freaking good. All kidding
Well,
aside,
and
this
that's the only
guy's
person
really
I saw was
good.
Paul McCarthy.
He remembered me talking about the show when I met you, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Up there? And he just reached out to me the other day and he goes, I want to go on the show.
I wish
That's
you
how
would have come
this-
with us onto the BB&T Center when we did the event.
Yes.
You could have brought all, because JoJo
All the
has
stars.
all of these fantastic
I do.
singers.
Fantastic
Is that right?
singers,
We could
artists,
do
I
a
do.
show
Oh my
before the
goodness.
show before the show.
Okay,
would
next
be
time.
great.
Now, did I
Next
ever
time.
tell you that Dawn and I are working on an idea where we are going to rent out the BB&T Center and we are going to get no non-signed singers, independents, I think is what you call them. And we're going to invite everybody and their mother to come down, signees and everything else, and we'll do a concert.
That's great.
Oh, I'd pack the
You
place.
guys-
I got a
I
lot.
need- I
And you
need
can
your
do something
help.
you can do
Oh,
with the
you
chat.
got it. I can get busloads there.
Busloads.
Busloads, yes.
I love this woman. Did I ever tell you I love this woman? Busloads.
I do. I know a lot of people. And they'll go wherever I say go. I'm a Pied Piper of people.
She's the Pied Piper of people.
I'm Major Payne. They're going to turn me down.
No one turns Mama Major Payne down. And there you have it.
There
And then
you
we
go.
can have everyone apply, right, because you do the other show through the V card.
That'll be great.
And they can submit their resume or whatever they're submitting, their songs through the V card.
Video, their audition video. So you go on and you can make a card for this event specifically and have people submit their audition tapes, and then you can put all the audition tapes right on the virtual card.
There you
so
go.
everyone knows what they're coming to see.
Yeah.
We actually put the brain hole piece, I think, on our V card.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Well,
The one that Hector put on, which will be great.
Yeah.
I think that'll be
We can have prizes too. I have some people that works with BrandSmart, and we can auction off prizes like big flat screen televisions.
Sure, why not?
We could do
Let's
that.
just auction off
Won't cost you a
flat
penny.
screen television. Won't cost
Yeah,
us a
it'd be
penny.
great.
Even better. We love this
Just
lady.
put us in the block on this one because she went to Trinidad and Tobago, and then she went to Vegas and went to California.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just back right now.
Yeah.
It was a year
She's
ago.
back. Well, I'm glad you're back. We're glad the universe
I'm
and
so
Paul
happy.
Collins conjured you back up. And Becky, thank you.
Thank
The
you.
Mama Ali.
Yeah.
You want to do a song for us?
Jojo, you want to set this
You
up?
want to set it up, JoJo?
Set up.
Set it up.
Set it up.
Introduce your guy.
John Babcock, you're doing an original? What are we going to do?
Well, it's a song from an album called The Gnomes of Marydale, which I did a few years ago.
Okay.
And it's the title song, and it's from my native Nyack, New York, not too far from Brooklyn. But
Yep, I'm a Long
they
Island
say
girl.
In the
There you
sticks,
go.
they used to say, that you're out in the country.
In the sticks.
In the sticks, right?
In the book.
Boondocks.
If you don't live in the boroughs or in the city, you're
Armpit of God's world.
Long, long time ago when I was small, made some little friends in Aegis Hall. They showed me magic, they smiled with their eyes. When the sun went down, they seemed to change its size. Was a year I made them at a place called Marydale. The other kids couldn't understand all the magic I promised I never tell. Today I remember well the gnomes of Marydale. Told me life could be so beautiful but strange. Take my time, be careful on my way. They served me water as the world had passed them by. When I went home, I'd hear them whisper through the night. Once a year I made them at a place called Marydale. The other kids could never see all the magic I promised I'd never tell. Today I remember well the gnomes of Marydale. 4,500 years old, polished the gems, cut the stones. Gnomes, heroes of the past, too sly and fast, they never come in last. Been so long, I'm sure they are still there. They're waiting for me, magic in the air. Still serving water as the world still passes by. But they'll have to be under the kids, same place but a different time. Once a year I made them at a place called Marydale. The other kids could never see all the magic I promised I never tell. Today I remember well the gnomes of Marydale. The gnomes of Marydale. The gnomes of Marydale.
Nyack, New York.
Nyack, New York, yeah.
So, Freddie,
That was
how's that going
excellent.
over there?
What I was,
What do you
what I
got?
was trying to tell you, his voice, lip
was my
sync was
agent.
off.
That's
Yes,
Andrea.
that's only because it's on the monitor.
Andrea.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
So, tell us who's on the phone,
I
Freddie.
want to see how things are doing.
I know. I wanted her to call in.
Of course, see.
So, I guess we have a caller.
Yes, we do. Caller, are you there?
I am.
And I got it to work.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
It's JoJo.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear?
Is
Can
this
you hear
Andrea?
Did she hear?
I can't. It's just, yeah, it's all of you at once, so I want to make sure who I'm talking to. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hey,
Who is this?
Hi.
Andrea.
My name is Sherry Osborne.
Share.
Oh, Sherry Osborne. How are you doing? Sherry has a cleaning
great, how are
service up
you?
in Jacksonville.
Oh, Sherry, how are you?
Yes.
It's
Great.
not Andrea. It's
Not
not
Andrea.
Andrea. It's Sherry Osborne. I spoke to Sherry yesterday. Remember, we were chit-chatting about it.
But I don't
That's
see
right,
Sherry
yes,
on the
we
screen.
did.
That's why I was confused.
Sherry just, I guess, decided to call in. Well, thank you for joining our cafe show where it's a little old school today. We've got co-hosts. We've got Mama Ali in the house. We've got our Paul McCartney singer, John Babcock. Have you been able to tune in?
Oh, wow. I'm actually doing that now.
Tell us what you do. Tell us about your business.
It is Sherry Made Cleaning Service, and we do commercial and residential cleaning.
And where are you located?
The office is in Orange Park, but we actually service 3 areas. We do St. Johns County, Clay County, and Duval County.
And Freddie, how did you find Sherry?
We
has
did
no
Blitz
idea.
Weekend. We did Blitz Weekend. We spoke to over 200 companies over the weekend. And I ran across her. And we're talking like I thought she was in Delray. You know, one of the problems when you do this show is when you say the Brooklyn Cafe, people think you're in Brooklyn.
Ah.
So everybody
Right, and I did.
And she thought I was from Brooklyn. So I said, where are you from? She said, Jacksonville. I said, ooh. So she goes, oh, you're only 4.5 hours away from me. I'll
She
be
said-
right there. I said,
There you go.
now, I have done this in the past.
That's pretty far.
Well, I booked a lady from Georgia.
I'll do anything for cleaning service.
Remember
though, quite
Georgia?
honestly.
Me too.
She's smart. She's on a hit show. I remember the lady in Georgia,
Yes.
and she gets on a plane. And I said, you're getting on a plane to come on the show? Yes, I'll be there in about 2 hours. I said, where you coming from? She said, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, yes, we had that one. She came right from the
She
airport with
became
her
a great
suitcase.
Wow.
I have a Kenny Rogers that's going to drive down from Carolina to be on the show.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers is good.
Is he?
Yeah.
So I was thinking of you, Jen, last night because at 9:45 I actually started making my phone calls to people for the night. And you know what? Everyone answered. It was Sherry, then I was texting you until midnight, but I guess everyone who's working hard is working hard.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Right? It's 9 to 5, you're someplace else. When you get home and after dinner,
You never quit.
you never quit. You just
No.
keep going.
Yep.
So if people need cleaning services, how can they reach out to you? You're in the Jacksonville area.
I am. We have a Facebook page. It's Facebook / Sherry Cleaning. We do not have a website yet. We're still pretty small, so we're still working on that. But we have a Facebook page and a LinkedIn page.
All right, check it out.
And
If you're in the
she's Sherry
Jacksonville
Makes
area,
Cleaning.
she does residential and soon to be commercial, correct?
Yes, well, we actually do both. We're trying to move more into the commercial area, but we do both.
Nice.
Excellent. Give me a call after the show, and we'll put a splash page together for you. That's the least we could do.
She doesn't. All you need is a
Wonderful.
virtual card. You don't even need a website.
That's right. That's what I was going
There
to.
you go.
You don't even need a website. Just get VCard Global. It is a website. We're going to hook you up with something beautiful.
Go to your phone and go 8088
No.
on the top.
80800.
Yeah, that's who. And write the word cafe, and all of a sudden you can download the V card, and that will be your new webpage.
Yeah, you don't need a web page. Don't waste your money at all.
It's pretty up there in the prices, so.
Yeah,
But we're doing pretty good on the Facebook and LinkedIn, so I mean, it works.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
this will work for you. We'll hook you up.
So if you go to your phone, you start a new
appreciate it.
text. Type in 80800, Sherry, to your text number. And on the message, type in cafe, CAFE, and you'll get all of our information. And you can download your free V card and make your virtual website on your phone for free.
Free.
Oh, wow, fantastic. Okay.
We'll talk, Mama Ali.
We'll talk
get
about it.
this
We'll call
going.
you after the show. honey.
Thanks, Sherry, so much. Have a great day.
Thank you guys so much. Y'all too.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right. So that
And there you have it. So let's have a little chit chat with John over there. That was amazing. How you've been doing this just for a few years, I understand.
You kidding me?
John, let me ask you, what is your, because you got a new album coming out, right?
Yeah, the album's been out for a while. It's on Spotify. It's on my website too. Welcome to My World. Yeah.
What is your favorite song on the album?
Ooh, you know, I did compose most of them, so with all, try to be humble about it. Actually, it's one of the songs that a friend of mine that I worked with many years ago, her name is Leslie Pearl. It's a song called Masterpiece that she actually wrote the song, and she had gave me a cassette tape way back in 1979.
A what? No, I'm just kidding.
And I had this cassette tape with about 5 or 6 demos. Now, if your listeners don't know who Leslie Pearl is, she's a really successful jingle and vocalist in Manhattan. She's a Manhattanite. She still lives in Manhattan, and she wrote this Folgers song. You know, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Yeah. So she wrote that song, very famous, and I think every year they have a contest now to see who can write a song, not write a song, but do a version of the song. So I got in touch with her through her sister Debbie, actually on Facebook, and her Debbie Pearl just did a movie with Ed Asner last year, and she directed the movie with Ed Asner, and it was through her I got in touch with Leslie. Long story short, I said, hey, do you remember me? I was the kid, 20-year-old kid, 19-year-old kid that you sang background vocals on my first album. She said, sure, I remember you, John. I said, I'm doing my 11th solo album, and I said, I've written most of the songs, but I love this song that you did. I think it's called Masterpiece. It's on a cassette. I'd like to record it. She said, I don't even remember it, she says. So I sent her a copy of it. It was just a piano demo of her singing, playing, and I sent it to her, and she said, oh, I kind of vaguely remember. And I said, well, I'm going to do the song, and if you don't mind, I want to use your vocal for the chorus parts, kind of like what the Beatles did with John Lennon's voice when they did Free as a Bird. They extracted the piano track and the vocal and use it on and build a whole new recording around it. So that's what I did. I did that, and I sent it to her, and she loved it. I was very happy that she really appreciated that I did. I appreciated that she let me use the song. You know.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it's called Masterpiece, and it's on the new album. And the rest of the songs are pretty much mine.
And the new album again? What's the name of the new album?
Jojo.
Welcome to my world.
Welcome to my world.
I was responding to your manager right now.
Oh.
Welcome to my world.
And it's funny, Jojo, because you have the restaurants up where you're at.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to stay up in the beach, and I got
Surfcaster Motel. You renamed it last time you talked about it.
Yes.
He did.
He did.
But the beach was real rough that day.
It was.
And
You
it
almost
bounced me
drowned.
around like I didn't almost drown, but I have like 4 broken ribs. But it's a beautiful place, and you have all these wonderful places to eat up there that you manage, right?
Yes.
So you're bringing in the entertainment. Is that what you're doing?
Actually, Andrea became a friend of mine, and Phil, the owner, he had the contact, and I became very, very friendly with a lot of the performers, and I've been bringing them down here, trying to get them more exposure, because they're good.
Yeah, so you
People love to see them, and they're good.
Fantastic. Marilyn Monroe.
There's a
I'm gonna
Marilyn
bring you
Monroe
Marilyn.
lookalike.
Really? Can we like stick her in a grate and watch her skirt blow up?
She's going to come here. She's showing up.
You're going to be amazed when you meet her.
Let me ask you, does Marilyn Monroe sing?
Yes.
She does.
She's fabulous.
She sings Happy Birthday.
You
For
She's a
think?
legend.
You think?
She's going to sing to Pop Pop when she comes down. Sorry.
I need to be there that day.
And you're here.
Yes,
For
you do.
sure. That's
Yes, you
happening.
do.
I may be calling in sick
When
that
she
day,
sings
'cause
Happy
I see-
Birthday,
I can
Mr.
see what's
President,
coming.
Oh, no. We'll find you. Don't you worry.
Now, everybody has some kind of Beatles song, a Beatle story, right? I got to meet Paul McCartney when I was in Greece. I was in Rhodes with Michelle on our honeymoon. And he came up and sat down. He bought me a pint of beer. He was a very nice guy. I got to meet him for about 15 minutes. I'm just amazed at how close the resemblance is that you have. You're like a younger version of him.
I walked right in and saw him.
Just like him,
I
right?
saw him right away. I never knew the guy.
Did you and Muhammad ever meet any of the Beatles?
Had him in the ring and was knocking them out one by one. I have a beautiful picture.
1964.
Exactly, 1964.
Yeah, it was in a Life magazine. It was
It was in Life magazine, very famous, and he knocked them all out in the ring, and John Lennon just fell in love with Muhammad.
They were good friends, right?
How could you not?
Yes, we stayed friends.
John Lennon saw Muhammad at some of the fairs that they had in California because he was out there at the time with
Absolutely. And when they changed Albert Hall, Muhammad joined the Beatles again there at the new Albert Hall in London.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was in 76 or 75 or 76 when all those millions of dollars were being offered by Sid Bernstein and all these people for them to reunite to get together. And
That's
of course
right.
They didn't want to do that.
Absolutely.
And Muhammad actually talked to them about it, and
Yes, he
for
did.
some kind of charity thing. And they just, I think they would have loved to have done it. But I'm glad they didn't do it because I think that they left behind the band when they should have. I think they
Yeah.
did. I
You
think
think
it was-
Yeah.
look at all the great music they made separately too. So.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, when they made the announcement that they were breaking up, my brother was heartbroken. I cried like a baby. I didn't even know why.
Yeah.
Nobody,
But they-
we were so, we had them for all those years. And it wasn't
Yeah.
really that many years.
Right.
They were only really around for 8 years, most of the 60s. But then when it was like, really? They're breaking up? I mean, how could that happen?
Yeah.
How could the Beatles break up? But,
But it's one thing out of it. They're so talented. Each one of them had a hit song out of each one of them.
Even Ringo?
Yeah, I remember Ringo. He's wonderful.
Ringo had more hits.
He has more hits than anybody.
Ringo
Yeah.
had,
Really?
Photograph.
Yeah.
Ringo.
George is a
Ringo
little
Starr.
low
You ever
key.
heard
Yeah.
Ringo Starr sing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there's a new movie coming
amazing.
out where-
Ringo's got his All-Star band out again. His 30th
Right.
anniversary. 30
Really?
years now he's been doing it
30
since 89.
years.
Have you
Wow.
seen the new movie coming out? And this guy starts playing one of the Beatles songs, and they go, "Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable! You're like the best songwriter ever."
But don't ask Ringo for autographs.
Really?
And it turns out
What
that
about that? No more autographs.
He gets upset.
well, no,
He
this
said no
movie
more.
that's coming out, it turns
Wow.
out that no one remembers the Beatles. The Beatles have been erased from history. So this guy comes and he recreates all the Beatles music and all the songs, and they think he's just legendary because how could he have so many hits? And you go on the internet, and the Beatles don't exist anymore. The only Beatle on the internet is the Bug Beetle. So all of these songs he now comes out in.
Yeah.
It's a very great. It's a
Yep.
great concept.
But when they broke up, didn't you hear about the Beatlemania they had going on in
Yeah,
California?
yes.
I went to one of their shows and it was unbelievable.
What, the
I was-
Beatlemania guy?
Beatlemania guys, they really brought it back.
They also have Beatlemania, then they also have a show in Vegas.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
Fab, that's
Yeah.
the Fab Four.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Fab
a great
Four,
show
yeah.
also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I was on the roadcast of Beatlemania for many years. I never did Broadway because I was too young. Thank you very much. Way too young for that.
There was-
By the late 90s, I was doing the Beatlemania road shows in Canada and all that. It was the cast
Yes.
of Beatlemania. And then I was in Epcot for a band called the British Invasion for 11 years. And I did 17,000 shows.
Wow.
Wow.
At Epcot, Disney's Epcot
17,000.
from 97 to 2000.
Don't you get bored?
What's that?
Don't you ever get bored?
No,
No,
not
they
really.
just,
bored when
they
you do
just
something
get
you
better.
You don't
They just get
bored when you
better.
play great music.
Yeah.
That's right.
True
That's
that.
it.
You just get better.
Yes,
It's
see, that
like
was my
asking
problem.
you,
I
do you
can't
ever
play.
get bored?
Not at all. Are you kidding? I'm living a dream right now.
I know
feel
you
like
are.
I'm talking to a real Beatle.
He's so excited.
I tell you what happened to me at the Frank's Theater. They had a Beatles tribute band,
Yes.
and they looked just like them. And I'm sitting there waiting because they went to the bathroom. I'm sitting there with my popcorn, and Paul McCartney lookalike comes and he sits next to me, and Ringo's on the other side, and they start eating my popcorn.
And that's a problem.
But I'm gonna tell you, I am amazed. I said to them, "Are you guys kidding me?" He says, "Is it a thrill for you?" I says, "You ain't lying. I mean, it is like going back in time.
That's right.
You know, and it just brings back so many memories."
What's your favorite song, dare I ask?
He knows. Let It Be. That
Let
was
It
my brother's favorite song.
My favorite when I was a kid was I Want to Hold Your Hand. That was my favorite.
Was it?
I knew every word and didn't even learn it. It just came out. Oh, please.
No, I can't do it now.
Can't do it now. We're gonna do
We're
it
gonna
now.
get to
We
it.
can go to commercial, Freddie, and he can play it.
Facebook, all I'm telling you, Facebook, is these are his songs. We're not
Yeah,
doing the
right.
Beatle tribute,
right.
only commercials, and that will be available. We're going to tape it. It will be available, and we're going to talk to JoJo and let their production team do whatever they want to do with it.
That's
But
right.
I don't want to get off of Facebook, so we're going to do just his music.
That's
You want to go
right.
to commercial?
Great.
Welcome to my
Absolutely
world.
not.
Babcock Music.
Okay. No
That's
commercials
right.
We
today.
are not running commercials. We are going to play another song.
All right.
All right.
What are we, something from your album?
Well, actually, this is from a best of that came out at the same time this album came out. The album's called 20, and it's also available at BabcockMusic.com. And this was called Watching the World. Sit in your easy chair, watching the world go by your window. Tell me that you don't care. Praise the Lord that you are single. Got your heart locked away, yeah. What you thought kept you together. You're the
house. The tears are falling on the shingles. Took a step, crept away. What you thought kept you together. You're the rose, he's the thorn. Sometimes that way, but you'll work it out. When the words they fly around, you cut them deep, pour salt upon the wound. And you try to figure out, is it love you're really looking for from him or someone else beyond your door? You got your heart locked away. What you thought kept you together. You're the rose, he's the thorn. Sometimes that way, but you'll work it out. Sometimes that way, but you'll work it out. Watching the world, watching the world.
Amazing.
I have like chills.
Yeah,
It was
me
so
too. I
good,
feel
right?
you
Don't
feel
you?
it?
Yeah,
I
I
felt the
definitely
goosebumps.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have how many albums out too? Of your own?
11 albums.
11 of your, wow. And everyone can find them on Babcock
BabcockMusic.com.
and of course Spotify.
Spotify, the new album's on Spotify. The rest of the albums, the other 10 of the, it's not on Spotify yet, but it's on Google Music.
You think about the change in the music industry, right? You talked about a cassette tape, and then you go back to the 8-track, right? You have to wind it and you can never find anything you wanted.
Real.
Real to real, right?
That's real to real.
Back.
The 8-track
Vinyl
is
is back. You think
Vinyl's
about
back.
how music has changed, and as a performer,
Yeah.
you always have to keep up with the times. What's it like now compared to cutting music then?
Well, the whole thing is, I started recording, it was 8, 16-track, 24-track tape. Analog, right?
Yep.
Now it's all Pro Tools and digital stuff, but I learned one thing, back stuff up.
That's right.
I made the mistake of not backing up a couple songs recently. Well, it was supposedly on a hard drive, but something happened and the multi-track is missing on 2 of them. But I had some of them at home, so it's okay. Luckily, it wasn't Masterpiece with Leslie Pearl.
Hey, Freddie, did you hit record
good.
today?
Now, did you, what?
Are you recording?
My recording, yeah.
Okay, good.
Why?
Make
back
sure
it
you have a
up.
backup.
Back it up.
Did you see the movie Rhapsody?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you see how they were creating sounds, swinging, because they didn't have splits in those days for
Right.
stereo and mono.
Yeah.
So they were moving the drums this way on a string, and they were dropping coins, and
Yeah.
I mean they were very innovative as well into bringing sound and duplication. 8 tracks.
Do you know what I heard recently? That vinyl's coming back, and
That's
it's
back.
really making
It
a
should.
very
And it
big
should.
comeback.
It's
Yep.
the
back.
best
You have
sound
no
in the
money,
world.
you make money.
The teenagers and everything are going and listening to
Yes.
all kinds of older music, you know, and the new stuff. They're listening to it on vinyl because you can't really beat that.
You can't,
Right.
you can't beat the
amazing when,
recording
if you have a
sound.
really good turntable and some, kick butt speakers, and you put anything on, no matter what genre, whether it's, some modern music or classic stuff, nothing better than that.
I
Yeah.
think there's a store that says that talks about its vinyl shop or something, and they brought the music back. But the vinyl is king.
It is.
Digital is great,
Yep.
but vinyl,
No,
ain't nothing
vinyl,
like
you can't
Yeah,
beat
the
it.
resurgence of vinyl, and I heard a whole podcast on how they're making the new vinyl records, and there's just a resurgence of it, and they're seeing like DJs go old school.
Yeah.
So I recently saw a Grandmaster Flash DJ, and he was doing everything on vinyl.
Yeah,
You
because
remember
we-
Grandmaster
yeah, we
Flash?
haven't really improved
Yeah,
that.
I know Grandmaster.
You remember that?
Yeah, I saw him like 3 weeks
Do you
ago.
remember when he started in the business?
The Bronx.
That's right.
That's right, baby. Bronx.
Memphis is in the house.
Is she?
She's right next to you.
Here, Memphis, you do this.
Hey, Memphis. Hey.
You talk about growing and learning changes in the business.
Yeah.
There was a time when Freddie would have never gotten up from that encoder. Now she walks in, he goes, I'm out, I gotta go. But it changes. He's still staying off camera though, but business changes. And Jen, you brought a guest with you.
I sure did. Talking about business changing, right? So Peter, it does startup events because business is always changing, and the tech space, we know, is changing rapidly, and people are brilliant and they come up with these ideas, but you need funding.
Yeah.
So Peter has an event tomorrow, and I'm going to let you explain more.
Yeah. Well, technology is kind of an interesting thing because when you look at what you talk about music, where it's going with vinyl, technology is kind of driving what we call the cultural changes right now, right? So a lot of businesses right now are kind of struggling to kind of find their place within that world. How do you get to where you have to go, right? It really isn't understanding the digital format, distribution, right? So the more people know about you and what you do, the more likely you're going to get somebody to convert to a customer. Like, it's all down to the law of averages, if you will. So for us, we recognize that Florida is the #1 startup capital of the world. Like, here, more startups are started in Florida than anywhere else in the world, literally.
I think we've had them all on this show.
There you go. All right,
So does that mean that Florida is the #1 failure?
Absolutely, that's what it means. It means a lot of people have good ideas that they can't translate into anything concrete.
But he's being real. You know,
It's
a
true.
lot of
He's
people
right.
It's hard to
fail because they
translate.
don't have a plan.
Exactly. It's translating the idea into something concrete and replicatable in terms of the results that matters. So the idea is good, but nobody cares about the idea, right? You can have a bad idea and it can make you millions of dollars. And so you sit here and you have a great idea and you're like, oh my gosh, why am I not getting this type of result?
Right.
It's all about the tools and the visibility and exposure. You have this great gallery here, right? It's all about visibility. So when you talk about even the ancient forms of how markets worked, it was all based on visibility. The guy that got more attention is the guy that's gonna make more money.
Sure.
It's just the way it is. And so the digital gives even the average guy, if he has the right tools, to be able to get that type of visibility, leverage himself in that regard. So we try to educate startups to kind of get out of their own heads and say, okay, and less about the idea, more about the execution and the concept, like the concrete methods, if you will. And so for Startup Pot, which is the name of our event, it's our 30th event tomorrow. And what we do is we try to give startups the opportunity to get funding.
30th?
30th, yes.
In how long?
2 years. And so we've been doing it for a while, but our heart is to kind of help them begin to win. I'm 35 years old, so I lived during
You're
the
what? You're 25?
35. So I lived in the 80s. I know about the vinyl. I love vinyl. And the reason why there's a resurgence in vinyl too is because the analog signal is like this, digital is kind of cut off at the top. So there's a fatigue in the mind. So people don't really like listening to songs over and over again on digital. So that's why you see this happening. It's another thing when it comes to technology. But you know, you come back and you look at, you know, where startups are right now, where people want to be. It's all about the methods and the tools that you use. So what we do with the startups is we try to educate them, get them out of their own head, get them out of their own way and say, look, if you don't do this, then the likelihood that you're going to win is dramatically decreased. Like, we need that sense of reality.
What are some of the types of things you're working with?
Okay, so we're launching a tool that we've been working on for the past 2 years. It's called SEO Turbo Booster. It's a visibility tool. We beta tested it for about 8 months, and what it does is it allows startups and just entrepreneurs, anyone with a business who want to make sales or generate leads, to create unlimited points of visibility online. So if I say, for instance, I had a business, I started in the marketing world. I've done commercials for Nike, ESPN, National Spot commercials. There's a reason why companies spend billions of dollars to stay visible, out of sight, out of mind, right? This tool allows the average guy to be able to say, I want to create 1 million pages, 1 million points of contact online. If I want to be seen in New York, London, zip code, cities, services, it doesn't matter. It's going to create that automatically for you through what we call automation. And so that increases your ability to leverage your visibility online, and that naturally translates into sales. And so if you have a good product, more people see it, law of averages, you're more likely to get the sales. So that type of tool did not exist. Our founder, Dan Gadima, he's the guy who invented it. He's a genius. And we've beta tested it on 10 different clients, and they're all on the front page of Google, everywhere you look, all throughout the United States of America.
SEO automation. Your son would be like,
SEO Turbo Booster.
You watch Freddie's head going like this.
That's what we call it.
I had to get up. I couldn't even sit down.
He's so excited.
Hold on a second. Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You're 35 something, right?
I am, yes.
So you are caught in between millennial and next level.
That's right.
Okay,
I've seen all the errors.
I'm old school.
You've seen all the errors.
Yes.
But I'm old school. And the problem that I'm having, and we had Cena in here, we had different restaurants in here, we have Boca Magazine in here. The problem that I'm having is that your concept is solid. I understand where you're going with it. The problem is that most of the people that run these businesses are old school, and they have to get out of their own skin and take a chance.
Absolutely.
So that begins with trust, right?
It does.
So you're caught between that rock and a rock because of your age and who you are, and now you have fast. You're fast. You have answers, and then you look at Gen G, and therein lies my dilemma. I got to present old school mentality to new thought age.
Absolutely.
And that's a tough crossover. How do you do that?
Well, it's all about the concept, right? So, like, I sell visibility, right? Everybody knows visibility instinctively. The more you're seen, the better you are in terms of the response you have. Yeah. So, and then the tool becomes the necessary utility for that end. When you talk about the old school traditional mindset, it's about that. I said, look, you need more visibility. The old school guys understand that. It's like you put it in the paper or you get a flyer. They understand the concept of visibility. It's about translating that into a technological form. That's kind of where we try to make it very simple and easy, to where if they can't do it, they can hire one of our specialists to do it for them, and they get those results. But it's really understanding, how do you get the reach that you need, right?
Can you do it yourself?
You can do it yourself. And so we built it as a software as a service platform where anyone can do it themselves.
So it's a software. So you install it and then it kind of walks you
through.
Well,
you log onto our website and then you sign up for an account. And then when you sign up for an account, you get your own account. And then you can plug in your URL, which is your website. You can say whatever your services are. You can put it on there, whatever cities you want to be featured in. It could be every city around the world if you want. And then what the software does is it automatically creates those pages, and then what happens is Google sees it. They're like, wow, there's a lot of activity going on here. It's unique information.
How much is the software?
I will be saying that tomorrow, so you can come to the event.
Is it on the site?
Very good.
Where is the
event?
The event is at Sendine, which is right here.
Sendine Spaces.
980 North Federal Highway.
Yes.
Boca Raton.
Yes, it's going to be 6 o'clock to 8:30. And so...
6 o'clock in the morning?
At night, 6 o'clock p.m. Yes.
6 at night.
And anyone can come looking to grow a business?
Yes. Or if you look, you can be an entrepreneur too. You can be an artist. You want to get your music out there. It's about being able to, like I said again, being able to understand the power of visibility. If people don't know you exist, they're not going to do business with you, right? Everything that you have on, you got because you saw it, right? Somebody put it in front of you and they made that money. And so at the end of the day, it's kind of boiling it down, right? Distilling it down to simplistic concepts.
Like television.
So you can understand exactly where you're going to go. So, you know, if you want to survive in this digital world, you need to have digital tools. It's just the way it is. You talk about the V card. That's another digital tool, right? It's a great tool in terms of its ability to gain you that visibility. That's its core feature and utility. That's why people should get it, right? This is that type of tool in the sense that it gives you unlimited reach.
So, you know what's interesting too? A lot of people think, oh, I can do SEO. You can't, by the way. I just want to tell you right now, you can't do SEO.
Really hard.
And if you don't grow it the right way, you get shut down. Google will shut you down if you are organically growing or botting your SEO. And once you bot it, they shut you down. You're flagged. So don't do it by yourself.
What's that mean to bot it?
That means she basically means like you're creating, you have bots creating content that's not original, right? It's translated as spam. With our tool, it's artificial intelligence. So we have an artificial intelligence creating the original unique content. So Google wants that. To say, okay, this is an important thing. It wants to see that there's 10,000 pages linked to that idea, not 2, not 3. The reason why a lot of people, especially startups, don't have the money to spend $50,000 a month on that content, that's why they're losing to their competition. So because of artificial intelligence now, we can kind of level the playing field and give startups, entrepreneurs the opportunity to compete on that level.
You know what's interesting?
This is genius.
It's because old school, right? It's always face to face. You have the conversation. You can read someone, you know what they're thinking. You can work it that way. The computers now, social media, is figuring it out. How many times do we get flagged just because our song, because the computer said we played a song, even if we didn't? So now our brains have to think like social media and have to think like automation.
But that's why we have an extra camera going on right now.
But it's because we can't. Because the human mind doesn't think like in automation, but the automated system thinks like an automated system.
See, the problem here is that even if they delay you for a week on a
they still delay you.
They delay you. You're losing numbers. And this is a competition of who can get there first.
But we even had a conversation yesterday that you're not delayed, but numbers can be easily, by the platforms, can be easily manipulated.
Oh, yes.
And if you don't know how to do SEO, you'll look at your numbers and you'll think, gosh, I thought we were doing better than that, or I thought, you know, I thought I had more views. That's why you need professional people who have gone above and beyond what's already out there and have implemented an artificial intelligence SEO like what you have.
Absolutely.
Because nobody else has that.
They
And
don't.
if you're going to be in the digital space, you need to be in cutting edge digital space. And you don't want to be catching up to everybody who already figured it out.
Exactly.
But let me ask you, what's more important, having 1 million people watch you or having 1 million people buy you?
I would say if you have 1 million people buying, you probably have 100 million people watching you, right? It's the law of averages.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, even with the technology, you still have to have good messaging, right? So your messaging has to be right. There's a lot of information online. How do you cut through all the noise, right? It's in the messaging. But I mean, you could have bad messaging and 1 million people watching you, and you're better off than the person that's good messaging and 1,000 people watching it.
Right.
So you would always want to err on the side of numbers. Like Facebook is an advertising platform. A lot of people don't know that. I run Facebook advertising for my clients, and we reach a lot of people. We make a lot of money selling our products to that audience. Facebook is a visibility tool. Mark Zuckerberg is a very smart man. He branded it like a social media platform, but eyes are on Facebook. So they make $12 billion a year in terms of marketing, advertising. They're an advertising platform just like Google is. And so it goes back to the age-old saying, it's all out of sight, out of mind, right? You know, I collect art. Like, I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an old soul. If you go to my house, it looks like a museum. And if you study the 1800s, you notice that the galleries was the big thing, right? If you wasn't in the galleries, you're pretty much dead. You're a broke artist. You're gone. Visibility was the lifeblood of these artists. And so they struggled lifelong to get any type of visibility. And you'll see some of these artists will pop out of nowhere, Edward Monet, because of that point where they got the visibility. It's the same thing for artists and for businesses. It doesn't change. These are universal, age-old principles. Now, how do you cope and grip with the technological necessity now in the revolution to grow your business? You have to accept the fact that things are changing, and you have to be able to adapt and compete. If you're not going to do that, then you can cry all you want. You can, my ideas, nobody cares, because there's billions of ideas out there, and yours is not being heard.
And this is why, if you look at the amount of brick and mortar stores that are closing, they're closing. Staples of stores are closing. And I looked at the list, and it's insane, and I'm like, I can't believe this store, this store, this store, because they have become the Blockbuster of our age.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't be Blockbuster.
I agree.
Paula just posted that as well.
Brick and mortar doesn't mean you're going to be around forever.
No.
No.
And if
And
you
things
ain't
have
smart,
changed.
you're going to end up paying the price.
Do you know how many abandoned malls there are in the United States?
Unbelievable.
It's insane, and they repurpose them for drone races.
Yeah.
Nice for drone races.
That's right.
Give out your information, Peter.
You can go to startuppop.com if you want to sign up for our new event, which is tomorrow. I mean, I think we're at capacity now. It's going to be about 200 people there.
Well, then you're going to have to create another event.
Yeah, we do it every other month. We'll be doing a couple other events in the media as well. But you can go to that website if you want to come. If not, you can go to SEOturbobooster.com if you like as well to see a little bit about the tool. And yeah, absolutely 100%.
And people can reach out to you individually,
You
and
can
you can
reach
do a
out to me individually
consultation.
as well for consultation. Look, if it's about growing the business, making money, getting the sales, I'm the guy to do it, because I don't give a dang about your idea. I care about your progress. I'm serious.
I love
I don't care at all. I want to see you win.
Awesome. What I was going to say.
I know you're going to
I was not gonna. No.
No, it is not. You're good.
And John, how can people find you and your music?
Sorry?
Your music, how can people find you? Your next gig, or how to download your music?
Well, I'm, you know, I try to keep a good Facebook presence and all that, but my website, right now, we're developing the calendar now, and things, I book out a year in advance usually, so, yeah, just in every way I can, you know, a lot of it's is doing through Facebook and also through my website. So.
BabcockMusic.com.
Right.
Jojo, is he singing with you anytime soon?
In May, right? You'll be up by us in May?
Yes.
And if there are
Please.
any restaurateurs or places watching that would like to see him, they could reach out to me at 561-767-2630.
Oh, yeah, I got a great restaurant for you.
Or, of course, Andrea, and you can reach Andrea at 585-350-6376.
Right, Stargrams.
Either one of us will still get to Andrea and get to you.
All right,
Very
stay
good.
tuned.
Yes, he's going to
May
play.
31st.
Let him play, and then we'll switch over to the radio station.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Mama Ali is on the set. For
Mama
those
Ali.
who don't know her, you got to stay tuned. We've got Genji with us, Jojo, we got John Babcock, and thank you, Memphis, because now we have a crew, and we'll be right back.
It's nighttime and I'm all alone. Broken love line. You disconnect your phone. head games never was my style, but your love games really drive me wild. Hesitation has been my worst enemy. Only your seduction can set me free. Yeah, living without you is like a singer without a song. Living without you is like a singer without a song. Oh, living without you, can't stand living without you. Oh, living without you, can't stand living without you. Sing without a song.
Nothing presented on the Del Walmsley Show constitutes an endorsement, recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or security.
1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. Don't miss the Save a Lot Nutrition Hour with Al Foreman and Janet Cimarelli. WNN. The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
It takes a whole lot more effort to get something started in your life than it does to keep it moving.
Del Walmsley has moved thousands of radio listeners closer to a great life. The Del Walmsley Show is now on in South Florida on Talk 1470, Monday at 5, Tuesday through Friday at noon. Listen and move towards your great life today.
People who frequently consume green leafy vegetables tend to have better memories as they age. Green leafy vegetables, they're good for your brain and memory and also your heart. And getting your greens has never been easier with Smart Serve from Invite Health. Every serving supplies 14 kale leaves, 4 spinach leaves, and a broccoli floret, all farm fresh green leafy vegetables. Smart Serve is organic, non-GMO, sustainable, and vegan. It's never been sprayed with anything. If you don't have time to go from the farm to the table, Smart Serve is from the farm to the capsule. Take advantage of this special offer from Invite Health. Buy 1 bottle of Smart Serve for $19.95 risk-free. Double up and get free shipping. The regular retail is $52.95. For Smart Serve, call 800-463-7575. That's 800-463-7575. You can also visit an Invite Health location or go to invitehealth.com. Invite Health, the luxury brand of vitamins.
Go to your app store and download the WNN app on your Android or iPhone. And never miss a Talk 1470 minute.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800. In the woods, and no one is around to hear it.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadial will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
CAFE to 80800.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Let's go. Hey,
love you, baby.
Welcome,
all right.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. We have 6 hands doing the job of 3. We good?
Bingo.
Are we all there? Who's on the board today?
We good. We good.
Who's on the board?
Someone's on the board at WNN. Well, happy Tuesday to you,
What
Freddie.
would make you think that?
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Welcome to all our friends in Brooklyn.
I'm on the board, but Fred's not on mic.
Freddie, is your mic on?
What's your first name again?
Jojo. I know. I'm not on the mic because I turned
Is
it
it
off.
J-O-J-O?
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Welcome to all our friends in the LA, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, all over the country. Okay. We got a full set. If you missed the first hour, hit rewind, and you know what happens?
Nothing, but you still got to hit replay because, man, what a show do we have. We have John Babcock with us.
Married to him for 10 years with 4 kids.
That would be Mama Ali in the background. Yes,
Sorry.
talking to JoJo.
You got 2 people that like to talk.
When you're in a school, your school teacher, you separate them. We need to separate these 2. We need to separate JoJo and Mama Ali. I know.
I'm good.
Now, I just want to tell the radio station, Joe, we have a singer on set who is playing original music of his own.
Yes.
These are not covers. These are not anybody's music but his. What is the name of his album?
Welcome to My World.
Welcome to My World is his album. He is a Paul McCartney look-alike.
Very much so.
Because he does some Beatles tunes as well.
But we're not playing those.
We're not playing those. We will be doing Beatles songs in between set tech commercial. Because this video will be available for purchase or whatever the hell you want to do with it. You gotta get in contact with them. But more to do that, these are all originals. Facebook, be nice to me today. Because I had my grandpa today. So be nice.
You are grandpa times 2.
Be nice.
No, times 1, Dawn. That was a year ago.
Well, you got Rollins, and now you're times 2. You got
you have
2 boys, Freddie. What a legacy to the Santori name. Congratulations to you and Gio and Sabrina and baby Joey.
Such cute.
Joey Enrique.
Joseph Enrique Santori.
I can't do that. Enrique.
Enrique.
That sounds so. I can't do my tongue.
That sounds very Hollywood.
That's what I said when I first said it.
My tongue doesn't do that, Freddie.
That's actually Michelle's father's name and my father's name.
Aww.
Very Telemundo. Very Telemundo.
So congratulations to all of you.
Very Telemundo.
To Gio and Sabrina and Freddie, and what a great addition. All the whole boys club. Look at that. 2 sons, 2 grandsons. I guess I know what kind of babies you guys make.
It's Sarah's turn. Sarah, we're coming to get you.
Can I throw a
Maybe that's where the girl will be.
What happened?
Maybe that's where the girl will come in.
Yeah.
We don't do girls.
Well,
we only do boys.
You know what? Unless it's your son with Sarah, you don't have to worry about it because it goes through the man.
That's right.
Is it true that every person is born a female and then the extra chromosome makes you a male? Is that the way it works?
No, you have to put a mustard seed on the toe to be a male.
You got to put a mustard seed on it.
Mustard seed. That's what Bill Cosby told me.
That is the voice
back in the day.
Mama Ali. Miss Ali is on studio set.
And if you're in the area of the Heart of Delray Gallery and you want to see this amazing show, come on down. We're at 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach.
Are you kidding me? Come down.
Yeah, tell them to come and get their autograph
Mama
pictures
Ali.
from Mama Ali. Come down.
You tell us.
Yeah, come down to 1440, the Heart of
Delray.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, and I'm gonna be giving out autograph pictures of Muhammad Ali and I. It's cheaper than going on eBay, so just come on down. You see all these beautiful colors and all this entertainment. Is this what's going on right now? Just zip on down. If you're on Federal Highway, just get on down here and get your autographs and see these beautiful colors and art. No.
Never been here.
No, but it's beautiful. I'm so glad.
Now, you've been all over the world in some of the greatest arenas. You were one of the best boxer in the history of mankind.
It's incredible.
You've been to so many places. How do you find this place?
You know what? Knowing people is the key. You know, knowing the right people brings you to dot those dots, you know, cross those dots, because if you have a good spirit and you have a very positive spirit and you want to know the world, you want to be somebody, it all comes to you automatically. You don't have to look for it.
And people who don't know who Mama Ali is.
Oh, yeah, Mama Ali. Y'all don't know who Mama Ali? Yeah, I'm a mama. But I was also known as Muhammad Ali, the heavyweight champion of the world's wife. First family, everything.
The first family.
I'm the only virgin he ever married, and that's a fact.
Well, that's a little more information than we.
There you go. That's a little bit more information.
Is it true you taught all his skills in the ring?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't say that, because that he has on his own. But I did teach him the stuff outside the ring, like the activism and the business part and the humanitarian part. We were a team when it comes to that.
How old were you when you met and then got married?
I was 10 years old.
When you met,
he
you were
was
10?
18. Yes, he was 18. He had just won the Olympics in Rome, Italy in 1960, and he came to a Muslim school, which he was interested in the Muslim Empire. And when he met me, I gave him a surprise of his life. He came to me and he said, I'm going to be the heavyweight champion of the world before I'm 21, so get your autographs now. And I said, well, what's your name? He said, I'm looking at the name and it says Cassius Marcellus. That's a Roman name. Do you know what Romans did to people? Oh, and then clay. Okay, that's like dirt you mold, right? And you're proud of this? He said, well, I thought I was. And then I started tearing up the autograph very slowly, saying, until you have a name of respect, until you have a name of honor. Matter of fact, until you have a Muslim name, you're not really going to be famous.
You did that at weddings?
And I gave it at 10 years old.
That's what I'm thinking.
And he was like mortified.
Wow.
I mean, his jaw hit the ground and his eyes fell out. I mean, just a literally coyote in a Bugs Bunny movie. I mean, he was just, are you kidding me? A 10-year-old tearing up my autograph? Who is this person? Target came right there on my forehead. Hasn't left
now,
since.
So many things have been written about Muhammad. So many things have been said. He had this thing with Howard Cosell going on, which was theatrics.
Let me tell you something. Do you know it's almost like going to a circus being with this guy, because he said he sat up there and was looking at Howard Cosell and said, what is that, a rug?
I remember.
I said, stop, it's a toupee, it's a toupee. He said, does it come off? And then he started
playing with it.
I says, Muhammad, don't take the man's toupee off. It's embarrassing. And I swear to God, one day he pulled it out. I said, Howard, don't move.
But he made Howard.
That's funny.
Well, you know what? I believe they made each other.
Yes.
Because Howard is a person that just straddles the line. He'll say, well, this like this, just in case. And he'll say, this like this, that's in case, just to straddle the line. And then Howard Cosell had the nerve and audacity to say, Muhammad, you don't look like you don't look as good as you did 10 years ago. And he's, you know, as far as fighting, he says, yeah, Howard, I'm gonna ask your wife, do you look like you was 10 years ago? So it was like a competition.
Yes, but that was all theatrics, because they were helping one another, and Muhammad rose. You either loved Muhammad or you didn't, but you learned to.
Yeah.
But I want to
ask, people who hated him began to love him later.
Yeah, he was my father's favorite, right?
Yeah. Because Muhammad was edgy.
Yeah.
It was an edge.
He was a
Muhammad.
charismatic.
He was good,
lesbian.
and he let you know it.
Yeah, but he was controversial though. But you talk old school and talent, and we talked last Thursday night at the studio. He was touched by the gift from God on what he did, on his movements, and how he did it. You can be edgy. What we talked about, branding and growing an image, but when you've got the talent and that old school, you can't do automated branding.
But look at the time he was doing it, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Michael Jordan came after Ali, right?
Different time.
Michael was the best, and he was edgy. He's still edgy, right? He's still an edgy man now. But Muhammad had a different type of edge.
But it was
to him.
different
But
then
you have to
too.
realize he had a good edge, but he had a person to inspire him for that edge, and that was me.
That was you.
I give the man is the greatest and all of that, but I'm telling you, behind every great person, there's a great woman behind that person. And
right.
nobody does anything alone in life. They always have some kind of team or whatever, like you, Peter, you can't do anything alone. You got a certain team
Absolutely.
that helps you.
Yeah.
And you know, even though you're on the spotlight, but he has a team that works for them. Now, as far as Ali saying about the name, that was during my watch. And when he wanted to go to the Army, that was my personal revolution.
He wasn't going.
Yeah.
He didn't go.
Yeah, no, he didn't go because I told him not to go because I told him I wouldn't go. So.
How many years were you married?
But when I told him, I said I wrote a poem for him because I didn't like Sonny Liston, and he was going to say I was going to knock out this black Muslim guy, and that pissed me off. So I wrote a poem. Clay used to write lines like, I'm going to get you Archie Moore in 4, I'll send you to heaven in 7. That's not a poem. So I said, I wrote a nice poem for him to say for me to Sonny Liston, and it made Muhammad Ali famous, and he made my poem famous. So there you go, tit for tat, right? So looking at that, being 13 years old, I wrote this poem especially for Sonny Liston.
13.
Now you know who Sonny Liston is, right?
Sonny Liston was a big guy who the mafia owned and controlled.
You know who Sonny Liston wasn't? Now you correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Sonny Liston the champion of the world when Ali beat him?
Yeah, he was.
Now Sonny Liston was.
He was trying to be the champion.
What is it in the Bible? David and Goliath.
Yeah.
David and Goliath.
Sonny Liston could actually knock a person out, a mule out with his fist.
He was huge.
Wow. He was huge.
Now nobody gave Ali a chance even to think that he was going to beat this guy.
Oh, nobody knew he would.
And he beat him.
Yeah.
Boy, did he beat him.
But it's because you can hit somebody hard and knock him out, but you got to have something that he had. And Ali wasn't going to stand there and let him hit him, so he kept moving. He was fast. He was fast.
Well,
Yeah, But see, what Muhammad's technique was, honestly, psychological.
I was just about to ask that question.
He psychologically
psyched him out.
Psyched him out. Because when a person gets angry, he can't think. Ooh, I like that Yankee Stadium thing. I gotta have that. Anyway, so psychological. Yeah. I mean, who in the world? Like when I saw him do Floyd Patterson, he called him a rabbit.
That's right.
And when he got in the ring, he had carrots thrown in as eat this rabbit. Who does that?
Nobody.
Intimidation.
Now, were you there at Madison Square Garden when he lost to
Joe Frazier?
Joe Frazier. The first fight.
I predicted it.
Now, you predicted it. Now, I saw an interview where Ali said that he was trash talking to Joe. Joe was a bull. He didn't stop coming. And Ali had long arms, so he had to hit him from a distance. So Ali was talking, and he opened his mouth, and Joe got a pop in and dislocated his jaw.
Yeah.
That's why Ali lost from that hit in the jaw to dislocation.
Well, no, the way he lost is because he didn't train properly at the camp at the time, and I was the only one there to see it. So that's why I knew he wasn't going to win. And it was good that he didn't because
he beat him the next two, though.
Yeah, well, he can do anything he wants.
He beat him bad.
I mean, how good is it to feel to be a wife and know your husband's going to win every time? How good is that?
How long were you married?
Awesome. 10 years. 10 beautiful.
How many books have you written?
Yeah. Oh, I'm just getting ready to write the one and only untold story very soon. It should be finished by the end of the year.
The untold story.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff in there you would never know about Ali or me.
Yes, and I have a million questions. I'm not even going to ask because I want to see it in the book. But I've read so much about Ali. I've seen so much of his films.
Yeah.
I follow this man, but there's a side of Ali that nobody's ever has seen.
Yeah.
And there lies the secret.
The story, right?
The secret story. Now, you know what? Like I was saying about the poems, I can mimic Ali in his younger days because I used to do it in school. So when I wrote that poem at 13, this was that poem. You want to hear it?
You got it.
As long as it's good for the radio, we're good.
Yeah. Oh, it's good for the radio. FCC, Ali wasn't a bad
Joe,
talker of that. So, no. This is the legend of Cassius Clay, the most beautiful fighter in the world today. This fist fight's great. He's got speed and endurance. But if you're trying to sign to fight him, increase your insurance. This kid's got a left. This kid's got a right. Look at the kid carrying the fight. Oh, the crowd is getting frantic. There's not enough room. There Ali lowers the boom. Who would have thought when they came to the fight, they see a spook satellite. No one would dream when they put down their money, they see a total eclipse of the sunny. There he is. There you go.
You know, I'm excited.
Wow.
Just like
That was
him.
great. I know.
You must have taught him how to speak.
Yeah, because
It's
since
like looking in the mirror here.
yeah, I was on the airplane one day when we was divorced, and I sat on the airplane, and this Caucasian guy turned around, very executive, all in first class and everything. He said, "I know who you are." I said, "Well, who am I?" He said, "You're Muhammad Ali's mouthpiece, because ever since y'all divorced, he ain't said a word." He said, "I've been watching. I had no idea I had that much control."
Wow.
But you did, right? So what was it like to know from the age of 10, 13, 18 that you helped build his career?
Well, I did it. I knew around the age of 16 and a half that I'm going to have to help him, because he wasn't really the most smartest guy in the world. He was the most clever guy in the world. And he wasn't very educated in school. He barely made high school. But I would, come into his life, and I said, if I can guide this guy the way I would guide myself, he would be one of the greatest fighters of all times. You have to realize back in the days, it was very hard to be out there, like you said. It had, what you see, it has to be attractive, right? So when we would go out of the country, I would go to London, and I would get this stack of postcards, and I had a list of every major journalist out of New York City and Chicago. And by knowing them, meeting them when he's doing interviews, I wrote down their phone numbers, direct numbers. And so when I went out of the country, I would write them postcards and say, "Wish you was here. London is great. Muhammad Ali."
Wow.
So, and Muhammad Ali had no idea what I was doing. So every time we would go to a major airport, they knew what time he was going to be in, what time he was going to land. That's how the paparazzi started with Ali and I. So, and I would send all these cards, and then they would say, "Oh, Muhammad, I love your card. Thank you so much." He said, "I ain't sent no card." I said, "I sent the cards." He said, "What you send a card for a white man for? What you want to do?" I said, "Just take it to your pillow, okay."
But you didn't just change or create his career. You changed sports and activism.
Yes, I did.
So, and that's like the historical repercussions of you is, I'm in awe of the whole situation, for sure. To be sitting here at the table with you is a huge honor for me.
It's an honor too, because the journey was so magnificent. I mean, he didn't have any money, so I used my college money to support us for 3 years until he got his fight. And my dad was furious, but the fact of it remains is the fact that I said, "Muhammad, you know what? Since you don't make any money, I'm going to write some lectures for you, and we're going to go to the colleges." And then I finally ran up on this guy named Richard Fulton. He was an agency out of New York City. And I said, "We need to go to these colleges." And so I would write his speeches and everything to the colleges and everything like that. And one time, this was during the revolution and against the war, and he wasn't really welcomed or liked. So he would have a beautiful speech in the colleges. Think this is cool or what? Anyway, doing the draft dodger thing, a Caucasian shouted out a heckler. And he said, "Go home, you draft dodger, you all right?" And Ali go, "Oh my goodness." I said, "I'm not going to do this. I'm not doing this." Because it was embarrassing to Ali. And he said, "I'm not going to do this." He said, "You got me doing all this. I ain't going to do it." I said, "Ali, this is your livelihood. We have to make money." He said, "Well, you ain't the one getting out there getting embarrassed. You got no white guy just call me a nit." And I said, well, don't worry about that. You don't listen to those guys. People talk like that all the time. You should know that by now. You don't care about what they say. Well, anyway, he said, what would you do if you were me? I said, you know what? I tell you what. I told him a little story.
Tell that story when we come back from commercial break.
Yeah, we could do that. I told
you. 888-565-6670.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
If you want to know the story, stay tuned and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
vCard Global is the world's smartest business card that virtually allows a person or business to digitally share all of their information. With a vCard, sharing information is one simple click away. No need to open emails, websites, or social media. Updating information is easy and instant. vCard Global is the ultimate marketing tool, transforming the way we connect, communicate, and collaborate to grow your business. Text JENNG to 80800. Revolutionize your business card. For information, contact Jennifer. Text JENNG to 80800 for your free digital business card today.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't
stay friends.
Sharing and to like this video.
It's still playing. We went too early.
Now,
too early.
Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
That's great.
That
was a great picture. He did a beautiful job.
Back in the house. Take two. We had to ring the bell twice.
There
you go. Freddie, that's what we need to get. It was like a boxing bell.
Yeah, give me a boxing glove. I'll show you what I do with it.
We had to get you that at the Brain Bowl next Friday. And part of the Brain Bowl that we're covering on April 12th, it is the 3 Alzheimer's associations, and this year they have added Parkinson's to it. So we thought, you know what, when Mama Ali happened to be at WNN last week as the universe brought us together and the Brain Bowl was happening 2 weeks later, well, I've made the introduction with the Brain Bowl event committee. I mean, you the greatest fighter that ever was, and here you are, you helped grow his career. 4 children with him. And now I know you and some of the children work with Parkinson's as well.
Oh, yes, we have beautiful girls. We have 3 beautiful girls, Maryam, Rashida, and Jamila, and one son, Muhammad Ibn Ali.
And what are they doing right now?
Matter of fact, Miriam, the oldest one, she's a social worker. She has a plan and a format for the future for the children of the community to help them and assist them in the troubles that they're going through. Plus, she is an avid helper in the marathon for Parkinson's in New York, the Marathon for Parkinson's. She's one of the head leaders there, and she speaks on Parkinson's at certain Parkinson events. One of my twin daughter, Rashida, wrote a book about Catch Me If I Fall, is something about children who parents or family members have an issue with Parkinson's and how to deal with them. And she travels all over the world. She just came back from Canada and London, England, and India. And
when they're in town, I want the whole family to see.
I will bring them on the show with me.
We'll have a blast. We'll take them on remote.
Yes, we've never done
we could do that. We could do that.
Hand out autographs
They're
and bring
just
the house.
beautiful kids, man. It gives me goosebumps to know that the little kids that I have are so beautiful and so dynamic and beautiful, and in their hearts as well as outside.
And before we went to commercial break, we teased everyone with your story, so of course we have to share
Oh yeah,
well,
when he was the heckler Hector, you go home, you draft dodge and nip, and then y'all know what nip me, right? So Ali just refused to speak again. So when I told him the story, he couldn't wait to get on stage. And sure enough, at the next college, the heckler did it again. It seems like this guy was following us, this white guy. And he said it again. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, oh, I remember, that reminds me, a long time ago when I was a little boy, I would throw rocks at this donkey, and my grandmother said, Cassius, stop throwing rocks at that donkey, because that donkey might die and come back and haunt you." He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that ass is in here tonight." And just like you guys laughed, everybody else laughed, and
that's hilarious.
It got so bad.
That's funny.
It got so bad they stopped doing it. So Ali would pay somebody to do it just to tell the joke, right? The guy was hilarious. I was in Cleveland, Ohio. He always surprises me with people who I love as celebrities. You never know when it's going to happen. So me and Ali and I always look at monster movies. And back in the 60s, Christopher Lee was the greatest Dracula ever. And he just used to scare people, and we would be holding each other and looking in the movies. And I said, "Lee, you're holding me too tight." He said, "That man's scary. He's scary." You say, "Believe he really liked that."
Muhammad Ali scared.
Yeah, he was. When he started exiting, he hit the floor in the theater.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. I had seen him. Anyway, so he tells me he's coming out. I'm waiting in the car. He's coming out at this exhibition, and he tells me to go tell this tall guy over there near this car, to come see him. He wants to talk to him. And I said, "Okay." He says, "The one with the little English trench coat." Very tall guy, had the little, like Sherlock Holmes kind of coat from London, right? And I tapped the guy on the shoulder. He turned around and said, "Ah!" I said, "Oh my God." It was good.
It's hilarious.
Oh my God. And that's how he gets me. Like, it started when we first got married, and I was in it. We used to look at Wyatt Earp. I love Wyatt Earp. Hugh O'Brien. That was the best ever. He was the best guy, the best character, every guy. Good looking. And Ali would always like to see when the Cowboys, when they come on and they draw, you know, like that, and everybody scatters out of the way, you know, in case they don't get hit. And this guy would say, "Hey, Morgan," he says, "you better get out of town at sundown, and your horse better be fast." He loves to hear that threat. He loves that stuff. So I'm laying on the couch. I'm 18 years old. Or was I 17? Anyway, 17 and a half. And I'm laying on the couch waiting for my husband to come home. And it was like 3 in the morning. It was in Chicago on a winter's night. And I'm young and married and everything, fresh married. So when my husband comes home at 3 in the morning, I got coffee for him, right? Well, after a while, it gets old, right? Anyway, so I'm laying on and my husband comes home, but I hear somebody comes to the door, and then I hear a voice says, "Belinda, you better get out of town by sundown and your horse better be fast." I said, "That's not Ali. That sounds like Wyatt Earp." no, I must be dreaming. I turn around, I see this guy standing up in the kitchen door like that, like he's getting ready to draw. I says, oh my God, this is a hell of a good dream. It looks real. And Ali flips the light on. There's Wyatt Hugh O'Brien instead. I said, ah! Instead of going to say hi to Wyatt Earp, I go to the window to see if there's horses outside. It was amazing. So
3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning. Hugh O'Brien was doing a play downtown Chicago at the Blackstone Theater, and Ali brought him home.
I think 17 years old.
I was like, oh.
Great.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Jen, you had some questions.
Oh, I have like a gazillion questions.
But you know what? Remember I told you the other night? I said we was in Vegas and Elvis Presley walked in the hallway.
Right.
And I put Elvis. I said, "Man, get against the wall." He said, "Oh, okay." And Elvis stood against the wall. He said, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Well, I wanted to know if you're taller than my husband or if my husband is taller than you." And he said, "Okay, where's your husband?" I said, "He went to the bathroom. He'd be right out. But stay against that wall." He said, okay. and I go, I'm here with Elvis Presley.
Wait a minute, who is taller?
Freaking out. And Ali comes out of the door, out of the bathroom, and he sees Elvis, and Elvis looks at him. Oh, Elvis is like, who's this guy? And Elvis just got all excited and jumps and hugs Muhammad.
Who was taller?
Ali was taller. But Elvis was so cool. I said, stand against the wall, both of you. And I took a picture. You know, I took that picture. I still got that picture right here.
It was my favorite.
You'll be able to see it right here on the phone. Those who are lucky to be in the studio today, you'll be able to see it.
Well, tell us what you're doing now.
What I'm doing now, one, I'm finishing up on the life story book that's been untold for years. It took me a long time to get grips on that. It's very hard when you have a husband and been through whatever I've been through, and then I had to divorce him because he's being an idiot. But we really stayed friends, and we said, well, you know what? We're gonna stay friends. We got kids. You can see the kids. Anything you want. You know, we're just gonna stay friends. And he would always call me and say, you know what this woman did? And he always tell me what the women did. I says, I told you shouldn't have married them. I told you don't marry. Well, you know, they made me out, just like you said they would. Yeah.
He said they made him?
Yeah, he said they made it. He said, everything you say, how do you know this stuff? How do you know all this stuff? And he says, I messed up. I shouldn't have did that to you. I said, I forgive you. It's okay. We had a good time. Let's have some fun. Don't worry about it. You know what? He said, you really forgive me? I said, I do forgive you. He said, why don't you remarry? No way. No way. So after that, we became friends, and he would always call me back when he has a problem, like a sister would call a brother.
Right.
And he would tell me all this crazy stuff he goes through with these dumb women. I said, well, you know, that's what you asked for. That's what you got.
You get what you get.
You get what you get. And what goes around comes around. Well, you said you had a question.
Well, I mean, I have so many questions because it must have been wonderful as he went on his later years, because as a draft dodger, he really went through a lot, and people didn't understand the religious and moral reasons.
Right.
Circle back around later on in his life, people were like, he actually was a hero.
Yeah,
for not participating in something that we shouldn't have been a part of.
Yeah.
So as you watched that happen, that must have been really a nice come around for you, because you know what you all went through when he was going through it.
But you know, when you decide not to go to war, I mean, there was a lot of people who are conscientious objectors, hippies and Jane Fonda and all those. We all believe in that. If you don't believe in killing somebody, I don't think you should go. But those brave men who was forced to go, and you know, and they was considered protecting your country or whatever, it was a good thing for them to come back and stay alive and well. And I think these are the greatest heroes of all, and because they had no choice. But the fact that they had the idea to protect their country, there's only a few people can protect the country. You got soldiers, and you got foot soldiers, and you got people that don't do it. But those who did do it, I take my hat off to them because they're real heroes.
Yes, and he was always so respectful of that.
Yes.
And as a conscientious objector, he was very much in his lane, but he was always so respected of the people who went and put their life on the line.
Exactly.
Against their will. And he was so good and proud to be an American citizen.
That's right.
Yeah, Jen G was a history teacher.
Yeah, I see that.
She was teaching the same school I went to.
Really? Well, that's a great thing because you have to realize one thing. There are people who are made to do certain things. You are cut out to do certain things. You are cut out. Your fate comes and your destiny comes as you grow and things are presented to you. Right. Muhammad's fate was to fight and to defend his religion and his beliefs. Right. You cannot go into war being a hypocrite. It doesn't work that way. You have to watch your fellow man. You cannot leave them behind. So that's a different mentality when you're going into the army, and it was best for him not to go because his thinking was a little different.
And he knew that, and the legacy that he left as a fighter, as this incredible man, as an icon, as a supporter. You watch what happens now with our brain, and we're so heavily on Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and you watch what this career and what this greatness that he achieved and then became, right? What his career caused, and as times evolved, and now his legacy continues. And you and your daughters, you work with all of this.
Together. But you know what? Back in the day, in the civil rights movement, and Ali was born in the South, and we had a lot of lynchings and a lot of killings in the South. But you have to realize these things happen for certain reasons. I don't know if it's God testing you to see your fate or testing you to see what you really believe in and the fact that you are there to stand up for a reason, to make things different. You have to realize a lot of people are angry. We have racism in white people. We have racism in black people. Some black people more racist than whites. Right. But you have to realize you cannot blame it all on a certain race or people. It all depends on what's inside that person. Because when when Cassius Clay got his bike stolen outside, he wanted to go kill these guys for stealing his bike. But thank God for a white officer by the name of Joe Martin said, "Where you going?" He said, "I'm going to beat those guys up who stole my bike." And he said, "Do you know how to fight?" Joe Martin says. He says, "No, but I can make it work." He says, "Oh, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you go to the gym with me? Let them train you how to fight, and then you can go after whoever you want to go after."
Wow, look at this man.
And thanks to Joe Martin, a great officer who served and protected his country and his city and his community, it got Muhammad Ali to go in there and fight, and look what happened to him.
What a great story.
So I want to take a music break and then go to commercial break, and then we'll come back. John, you ready? So let's do that. This is John Babcock.
What a story.
When I look at your eyes, I remember the little boy in me. The problems, no compromise. When all the world seemed a pretty thing, and in your eyes I see a heart. I feel the love it holds for me. In your eyes, I can see the magic in your eyes. Understands in your eyes. All the world sits waiting by your side. I find I'm getting lost in your eyes. Let's watch another TV show, play another video game with me. Hear me on the radio. Will you throw a little smile to me? Hold my hand when we walk downtown. Even if no other souls around. In your eyes, I can see the magic in your eyes.
Stay tuned. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, give out some Hope Hearts, and we'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Hi there. I'm Eileen Lemmelman, licensed clinical social worker at the Center for Authentic Living.
And I am Dr. Jill Schwartzberg, licensed psychologist at the Center for Authentic Living.
We are holistic mental health practitioners providing a variety of treatment modalities to help you.
We offer individual therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, as well as numerous groups and workshops.
Don't forget to contact us at 561-265-5738.
Or visit us at www.centerforauthenticliving.com.
Don't forget to be mindful and breathe.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Long, long time ago when I was small, made some little friends inches tall. Showed me magic, they smiled with their eyes. When the sun went down, they seemed to change in size. Once a year I meet them at a place called Paradell. Other kids could never see all the magic I promised I'd never tell. Today I remember well kids, same place but a different time. Once a year I meet 'em at a place called Maridel. Other kids could never see all the magic I promised I'd never tell. Today I remember well the gnomes of Maridel. The gnomes of Maridel. Gnomes of Maridel. The gnomes of Maridel. Gnomes of Maridel.
And we are back. That is beautiful. That is the original music of John Babcock. You can download all of his music at babcockmusic.com. John does gigs. Jojo brought him to us, so thank you, Jojo, for all of that. What a full set. We've got Mama Ali with us.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. There's a couple that I know that has one of the greatest shows similar to yours, and these two people are the greatest. I hope you met them. Their name, Freddie and Dawn. There you go. And I'm just.
She still don't know who you are.
I know, because I've changed.
You've changed. Now, Jojo, the name of the agency that brought John to us is
Stargrams.
And if people want to rent people out like this, how do they get in touch with them, please?
Well, they could actually, I have to look her number up real quick. They could actually call me and I'll refer to her. 561-767-2630.
And also, John wanted to talk real quick. He had a story about New York City with Shea Stadium.
Oh, that's right. Well, you're a Mets fan, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, I'm a Yankees fan, so we'll get along though. It's all right.
We will.
But I had the pleasure of playing at Shea Stadium in Flushing Meadows. In 1977, it was one of the biggest audiences I ever played to. I was in the legendary Hawthorne, New Jersey Muchachos. It was a DCI, one of the biggest DCI drum and bugle corps of the 1970s, and I was in the snare line. And we played at Shea Stadium in August of '77, which was 11 years to the month after the Beatles last played there.
That's right.
So I got to
'77.
in the snare line, 8-man snare line. I remember marching across second base where the Beatles played 11 years earlier, and as an 18-year-old looking up and going, "Wow, this is what Paul McCartney and Ringo and John and George saw."
Shea Stadium.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
What is just amazing a day of. It's history, right? It's so perfect to have our history teacher. Joe was talking to us, so what is Joe saying?
Joe, what was that, Joe?
I was wondering what corps was he with?
The Hawthorne, New Jersey Muchachos. Hawthorne Muchachos. I was in
Hawthorne Muchachos.
Okay, that was Crossman '77.
Mm-hmm. Now, didn't Ali fight in Yankee Stadium? Do you remember him fighting? No, he didn't fight in Yankee Stadium. Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden. That was the big deal right there. That was the biggest stadium.
That was the Mecca.
Yeah, if anybody ever want to know where I'm speaking at, and if you want to buy any of my coloring books that teaches manners, just go to mamaali.com. And that's my website. Just go there.
I love that. Mama Ali.
You know what?
I love that.
You know how I got the name Mama Ali? I would go to New York, and I would speak in the New York Jersey schools, and I would talk to the kids, and they would send me letters on my TKO 2020 website for the kids to give me what they thought of my speech, and they start calling me Mama Ali. And then when I went to California, it stuck. And then I went to California, I did the same thing. I went to the schools, and those kids called me Mama Ali. So I guess it must be universal to them.
It's stuck. Mama's here signing
Maybe I got
pictures.
Mama Ali on my forehead. I have no idea.
You're going to wear a shirt. I am the original.
Yeah, well, I have new jackets called Mama Ali. All my team wears them.
And there you have it, Freddie. There are your jackets.
Yeah.
You can have the Mama Ali Brooklyn Cafe jacket.
There you go. You can have Mama Ali Brooklyn Cafe jacket.
I was trying to explain to them in the old days. You remember the gangs used to wear the cutoff.
He wants our kids to
be the vest. Yeah,
the
he
vest.
wants them to be the vest.
The vest, and there were knee jackets, right?
That's right.
And you had the Ghetto Brothers, you had the Black Spades. All those gangs had these vests. They look at me like I got 14 years.
Our crew goes, "We're not wearing vests," and he goes, "No, it's a jacket without the sleeves. That would be call the vest.
Does it call the vest?
I can't even say call the vest.
It's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
So not
It is.
cool.
It is old school.
It is old school. And you know what? If you want to learn to get in shape, I'm on a regimen right now. So next year I'm gonna be a different person.
Well, I can't wait to have you back.
transformation. If you want to train like a boxer but not be a boxer, go to my gym. It's called South Beach Boxing Gym on 7th and Washington and Miami Beach.
You all the way down to Miami.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my gym there. Me and Jolie Glassman owns that gym together.
And you've got pictures. Mama Ali is signing. If you're in the area, come on down. She's
Come on down,
collecting
get out there.
donations. She's got incredible coloring books. Talk about old school and manners and respect.
And if you would, and I also am a producer, film producer and filmmaker. I'll be making a new film called Sinbad the Peacemaker in 2020. So if you want to get casted in the film, you send your pictures to the greatest casting agency at AOL.com. That's the greatest. Who would have thought? Casting agency at AOL.com.
We're tell you something. We are doing a movie.
right now.
We are doing a movie.
Do a movie.
Memphis is doing a movie on a book based by Elite. There's a lot of stuff I want to.
Good, because one of my casting members just came in the gallery. Yeah, there you go. Jacob Harris, right there. Give him a hand. Hey, Jacob. Yeah. Jacob Harris just came in there. He's one of the pirates that's in my movie. He's a great actor, great guy. He's performed in Boca many times on stage.
And we're going to get you hooked
Great
up
guy.
with V-Card Global and Gen G.
Yes, please.
Yes.
We got to do this.
Also, you have
what's
an event
going on?
tomorrow. Let's get that in real quick.
Yes, Startup Pop Pitch Tech event is at Sendine in Boca Raton. So you can go to Sendine. Sendine is the building. It's at 6 o'clock to 8:30. So you guys can come. I think it's 200 capacity. We're almost like at capacity. If you guys want to sign, you can come and check out some investors.
And if it is at capacity, leave your name because I'm gonna force them to do another one. How do we get the video, the CD? You have the CD.
You
Hold
go
it up.
down to the name of the CD, JoJo.
Spotify. We can get it on Spotify.
Hold it up.
And it's called Welcome to My World, but I'm keeping this one.
Welcome to my world.
Music.com.
Thank you all. Thank you, John, Mama Ali, JoJo, Peter,
Great to be
Gen
back.
G, as always, and Freddie, running old
Give a
school.
hand to Freddie and Don.
You guys.
Hey, Freddie and Don. Hey.
We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Be kind to each other.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Supercharge your cells, energize your body with PureWave therapy. Internationally patented, PureWave technology helps eliminate radiation from modern electronic devices which can cause chronic disease. PureWave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact PureWaveNow.com for your consultation. Non-invasive technology promotes relaxation, a better quality of life, and more energy. Call PureWave Now at 561-965-7777. PureWaveNow.com.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.